This is Hydrogen Tap. I've had a lot of emails, to say the least, about the files that I took down. The actual reason I took them down was to start a new site. It was called Energy Clean, which is up there. But after careful consideration, I've decided to continue this battery system on the Hydrogen Tap site as well. One of the reasons I've decided to do that was because I found out that people were selling my videos and making profits off of them to people who wanted them. I will not allow that to happen. The videos that I took off, I will now put back up. It is not my intention to cause any commotion. I truly wanted to separate the two fields. But I have received so many emails from followers, I decided that it was better for all concerned for me to put them back up. Please do not buy those videos from other people. These videos are free, and I guess we have to do what we have to do. This is the battery system that I've been working on. I'm going to explain it to you and show you how it works. I'll be loading the other videos back up there. And we'll start from that. You see we have 3 batteries, A, B, and C. There was originally 4 batteries that I was working from. You can work it either way, 3 or 4. I'm not quite sure which is the better way to run it. I've gotten tremendous success, which you'll see in those videos, by using 4, and I believe I had one up there that used 3. The way it works is this. These are all negative side, all positive side. I've got positive to positive over there, negative to positive. That puts these 2 batteries in series. Then this line right here, where I'll talk about a little bit later. When you hook these batteries together like this, and you take off from these 2 posts, you draw energy. Those 2 posts there are negative posts. But when you have 2 negatives, even this way, one of them is going to be more positive than the other. So if we put a meter across there, you will see, I can get my this side is positive, this side is negative. The object of the game here is to draw power through so that you're always charging one battery. There's always going to be one battery that goes low and one that's always charging. This line right here is new. This was not on the original concept that I remember. The reason I put this here is at the end, this battery here is low. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a pulse system between these 2 batteries here. So I allow a certain amount of power to go back to this battery. And by using the pulse width modulation, I allow just the amount of energy back that I'm drawing out of the system. So what you're doing in effect is making sure all the batteries are equal. You can never charge any of these batteries while they're in progress. The reason is the very fact that one is discharged is why you're able to draw it through and charge. You could replace the discharged battery if you like and keep charging batteries off it. That's not what the object of the game is. The other thing to remember is these two poles, this is now positive, this is now negative, they switch. So you can never hook something up to it that has to have a pole positive or negative. It's got to be switchable. You could hook a light to here or a cell, which is what I'm doing, hooking a cell to it. The reason they switch is what I'm going to be doing is switching batteries back and forth electronically. I'm getting ready, or I'm setting up now a system that will switch these three batteries. So there's one battery, as I told you, that's always being charged. Electronically, I'm moving these wires so that every battery gets the charged state. The important thing to remember is we're just not switching batteries and charging a battery. We're going to be doing it very, very fast. The object is that there's a overlaying or underlying charge that's always in these lead acid batteries. It's got to be a lead acid battery as far as I know. That means if we do this fast enough, there's always a lingering charge. So if you can do it fast enough, you get that charge. That's your 0 point. Don't let them fool you. That's what we're after. If someone comes up and says, hey, eventually they're all going down, if status quo is the way it's going to happen, then you're right. Eventually we'll lose. That's not what I'm after. If you run this fast enough, switch these batteries fast enough, eventually, if you can envision it, you'll get the charge that's sitting on top of the charge, so to speak. The lingering charge. All batteries have a capacitance of their own. We'll be using that power. Remember, these are all 12-volt batteries, and you have to drain, or let me put it another way, you have to draw a lot of power off of this for it to work, because if you don't draw amps, then you don't get a charge. So the very least we want to draw is around 4 to 6 amps, very least. I've got headlights here that I've tested and everything else. They're only drawing about 2 or 3 amps. You actually need more than that. You need a lot of amps. The more amps you draw through here, the better it works. You'll see those videos, and you'll see on one of them towards the ladder, it was working really well. It works better with more amps. There's no tricks here. If you want to work with me, that's what this is about. Another thing, I am with this system going to open the comment file up again. Hopefully we'll